All right. Give me a minute quickly so I can get my camera ready, and then the stream should be starting. Okay. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. That very. I got a load of horror stuff to talk about this week. There has been so much horror news. So yeah, I'm very excited to talk about all of that. But let's get into some of these chats quickly. Zeke saying hello to Brian. Brian saying hello to Zeke. Um, all right, let's see. Yes, Brian, it's me, the one and only. How are we all this evening? We've got. I'll say I'll go for about maybe 40, 50 minutes today. Got a few Scream 7 updates to get over, because it seems like Jenna Ortega is not even going to be in the movie either, which is just a bit odd, considering how the day after they fire Melissa Barrera, they're just like, hey, yeah, Jenna Ortega's not going to be in it either, but that's just because she's busy, guys. How you doing? I'm doing well. How are you, Brian? I was speaking to you earlier. How are you doing? Yeah, if you, I hate her. I'm sorry, she's so overrated. Yep, I completely agree. Wednesday was a piece of garbage, and she's honestly just not a good actress. Like, a TikTok dance isn't gonna make you a cult classic actress. She's not the new Scream Queen. That honor will always belong to Neve Campbell. Yeah, a few different things to talk about, including a new little horror movie coming out from the director of Bodies, which is a film that came out last year, which was honestly so cool. Like that, if you haven't seen it yet, it's like it's a murder mystery, but that twist at the end where they reveal the murder and all of that, it's just so weird and so amazingly perfect. You just have to watch Bodies. But before I get into that, going over a little thing here. Let's talk about the new Giancarlo Esposito movie, Please Don't Feed the Children. Because that's a movie that's coming out, I'm pretty sure, next year. It's got... Let's look at the cast here. So, Giancarlo Esposito joins Michelle Dockery, Vernon Davis, Joshua Melnick, Emma Measle, Dean Scott Vasquez, Zoe Coletti, Regan Aaliyah, and Andrew Linner. That is a pretty good cast. And it's being written by Paul Bettino, who I have not heard of, so that kind of worries me, but we all know that Giancarlo Esposito is going to carry that movie. So it's post-credit scene. Got, I don't know why, but I feel like this person, they came to my stream last time, I think they're like an AI or something. I don't know why, but for some reason the moment that I went into my chat replay after the stream, all of their chats were gone. So it's quite confusing. I don't know why, but I'll answer the questions just in case it's a glitch and it is a real person. So, yeah, the post-credit scene was really cool. It was like Hoffman and John in the bathroom with that guy who was from earlier in the movie. The bathroom traps really just shown in the post-credit scene. So, yeah, that scene was just honestly a really cool scene where, like, they were going to show Adam, but I'm guessing that's coming into the, the cut stuff for the DVD home release version. So let's see, what else have we got here? The new plans for Scream 7. So Barrera was fired, Melissa Barrera, and Jenna Ortega is not attached to the movie. So James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick, the writers of the last two Scream movies, they're going to be making a new draft for the Scream movies. But apparently that last draft was going to be like a movie where it's split in between Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera and Nev Campbell and Patrick Dempsey. So yeah, the way they fired Melissa Barrera from that movie, that show was so dirty, to be honest. Like, I am not a fan of Sam in the Scream movies. She's not my favorite lead for Scream. But the way they just fired her for stating her opinion on something is absolutely disgraceful. Like, you do not fire your lead. Like, this is a person who is leading the franchise now. And you fire her over making an Instagram post stating her views on a conflict. When I bet all those heads at, like, Spyglass and that are there going, yeah, well, my idea on this is just blah, 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 while they're just firing Melissa Barrera for stating her opinion, which honestly is disgraceful. Yeah, it's quite rude. What have we got here for the horror news kind of thing? Alright, so Mike Flanagan's new movie is ready. Hey, Tack. Hey, man, that Scream 7 is insane. What do you think they could even do in Scream 7? Oh, I have no idea what they are doing with Scream 7 now. It's just insane that they fired Melissa Barrera just for simply stating her opinion. And then they are now doing a full creative reboot. It's just quite horrible, and I really liked what, like, Critical Overlord said was the leaked plot for the movie, where it was going to be half, like, the Carpenter sisters, and then it was going to be half Sydney. It was even going to have Sydney's kids in there. Like, that would have been pretty cool, and apparently the killer was going to be related to Stu. But, you know, there's a small part in my heart that's like, okay, now those two are gone, can we bring Stu back? There's a part at the back of my heart that's just going, alright, now Stu can come back. Xavier Chavez is in Saw 11. Once again, I have no idea who that is. So I'm gonna have to look up who that is. I'm pretty sure this guy who was gonna play Adam in Saw X. Oh, no. It was the guy from Saw 2 who, like, cut off the back of his neck. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I like Michael Myers, that's nice. And you are getting blocked from the chat. Yeah, creative reboot is quite reassuring for Scream 7. I definitely feel that it's going to do a lot of good for the movie, especially since, like, they fired their leads. They fired Jenna Ortega. Like, well, they didn't fire Jenna Ortega. She's not working on the movie due to schedule conflicts, which I'm pretty sure is mainly just a lie that they've said. Like, hey, you know, Jenna's not going to be in it either, but it's because, you know, it's just because she's filming Wednesday season 2. We don't want to bother her. She's so busy, guys. And behind the scenes, I'm just like, so you're siding with Melissa, right? Get out. Stanhart. Yeah, Adam's a cool character. He's definitely one of those characters which I feel maybe could come back at some point when when the Saw franchise is just completely out of idea. Like, if they run out of ideas, they're just gonna be like, hey, you know, that guy from the first movie that we killed, he's back. Tap. Tap. I actually played the Saw games not that long ago, and it just really shows so much more of Tap. I have gotta say, I just like him way more now. But it also kind of shows you that, you know, that shotgun trap started everything. It's like a chain of events. That's like, I read this theory as well. Like, the shotgun trap is the reason that people are getting killed in the Saw franchise for, like, no reason, because Sing was killed for no reason. Saw TV show. Yeah, there was going to be a Saw TV show, wasn't there? I can't really remember, but yeah. Hello, Walter White. Yeah, schedule thing context is straight up lies. She's defending her friend. I respect that. Yeah, you have got to respect that. Like, we all know those four, like Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, the guy who plays Chad, Mason Gooding, and oh my god, what's her name? The girl who plays Mindy. We all know they are close friends now. Like, they are all going to drop out of the movie one by one, and we are going to get excuses for each of them. But it's actually just going to be, yeah, we're going to stand with our friend instead of greedy corporations. FNAF movie 2. Yeah, I actually made a video with Tack, which is going to be coming out soon, because it's like half an hour long, so I have to finish editing it still, because I have to work on other stuff. But yeah, this happened the other day. So basically, my entire stream was messages with them putting them in chat, and then, like, I went back to show, like, my friends something from the stream, because someone from our, like, class put something stupid in the chat. And then I just look at the chat, and all of their messages were gone. It's quite confusing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. It was a lot of fun hanging out and just getting to talk about Scream and Five Nights at Freddy's. Shrek 5. It's happening. That's what I know. I do keep up with other movie news besides horror stuff, and Shrek 5 is happening. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a new animation style as well, so that's interesting. The Saw X opening scene. I have to, like, remember that. Wasn't it, like, John in the hospital, where basically he's, like, having his brain scan or something, and then we get, like, the eye trap where they suck out the guy's eyeballs? I'm pretty sure that was the opening scene or something like that. Like, the first 30 minutes was all just John Kramer focusing on John more than, like, the Jigsaw part of him, which I really did enjoy. Like, Saw X is one of those movies which I have got to make a video on still, but there's just so much I have to make videos on, and I've literally just got, like, a whole list of films I want to make videos on. I think my next video is coming out, like, tomorrow. It's about The Crow, so, yeah, because I watched The Crow today. I finally got around to it. That, I don't think DreamWorks will do that, but if they did, I would be all for it. Imagine, like, Shrek's just tired of people coming into his swamp, and then the moment that, like, they shove all the, like, magical creatures there, he goes on a murderous rampage. And then there's also Donkey there for comic relief. But yeah, it isn't in the, like, public domain like Winnie the Pooh is. But speaking of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, I am so excited for that sequel. I did not like the first one. It was one of those so bad it's good movies for me. But, like, It's one of those movies where if you are like just extremely drunk or high, you will love that thing, I have to say. But if not, it is quite boring, which is why I probably didn't enjoy it. So yeah, that's my take on Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. But the sequel's getting like $1 million budget, and they got like proper practical effects workers in there. So I'm excited for some of that gore that they're gonna bring. Do a Saw X US DVD unboxing. Well, that can be quite difficult for me because I am an avid collector of like DVDs, mainly horrors. But it's gonna be hard for me to get the US one because I'd have to like order off US Amazon, and it would like cost more to ship it to me, and then it would also just take longer. So I'm probably just gonna get the UK one. Toy Story 5, yeah, that's also happening. It's unnecessary. Toy Story 5 doesn't need to happen. It's in one of those movies with Toy Story 4 that didn't need to happen. Like, Lightyear was so bad, and Toy Story 4 was so bad. They had a spork as a character, and that's how you know they're running out of ideas. Yeah, it's on mine as well. I just am so excited for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey too. Sorry, I just saw the next chat, but it's definitely up there in like maybe 16th place for like my most anticipated movies of next year. But I'm probably more interested in maybe films like Deadpool 3 because it has it's of course got Wolverine back, Hugh Jackman. Did I just knock something? I thought I knocked my wall for something. But yeah, it's got Hugh Jackman back, and I'm more excited for that than Blood and Honey 2. But it's one of those things I've been following on Twitter for a while, the director, and he's been releasing little snippets of the movie on there. So yeah, very, very interested in that. Once again, instead of Toy Story 5, please do a Toy Story horror movie. That would actually work if they do like Child's Play, but with Toy Story. Or imagine like that scene in Toy Story where they're like haunting that kid who like destroyed some of them, like crazy psychopath of a child next door. Imagine if like instead of them just like scaring him, they just kill his parents or something. What's wrong with me? Oh, I thought that said The Rock for a minute, and I was just gonna skip over it. I thought it was like the Rock isn't in Saw X, but yeah, there's not a rack in Saw X. Don't get me wrong, I'm alive for Deadpool 3. I just meant my most anticipated horror movie. Yeah, horror movies are even coming out next year because Scream 7 has sort of dropped down on my list now due to all the stuff that's been going on. But if somehow we get the news that Matthew Lillard's in there, it goes from about here back to number 1. Alright, let's see. Horror movies 2023 and 2024. Wrong one again. Oh, okay, alright. After watching The Crow today, The Crow coming out next year is going to be on there. I want to see what Bill Skarsgård does with the character. I checked out the new Thanksgiving horror. It's still going to happen at some point. I'm going to watch it. But at the moment, I'm quite busy doing a bunch of other stuff. It is on the films which I still need to watch this year. I am an avid Eli Roth defender. His movies are not bad. They are just very gory. And honestly, if they like make another one of his like maybe like a sequel to one of his older movies, I would be there day one because it would come out in like a few years so I could actually watch it in cinemas, and then I wouldn't have to like buy it as a DVD 6 months later. Nice screen mask. Yeah, I got this little thing at Comic Con. It's like your basic ghost face mask, but it was such a great deal for it, and it's actually good quality as well. It's only like 10 quid, so yeah, and it was like one of the Fun World ones as well. So I was very surprised at the price. I saw it was pretty cool. It had Scream vibes to it. Yeah, everyone's saying it's like a 90s horror movie in like 2023, which really makes me excited for it. But if anyone here hasn't seen it yet, considering how you've seen it, I have to ask a question: is the blowjob killing it? Because I watched that fake trailer in Grindhouse, and they have a kill where the two people are putting the sausage in the donut in a car, and then they get killed. So please tell me that's in the movie, because I will go watch it now if that is in the movie. All right. Chucky season 4. Yeah, that's not happening yet. They're probably still working on the rest of season 3 at the moment. Though I have got to say, they did have a fair bit of footage in that little teaser that they released for Chucky season 3 part 2. But I am way too excited for Chucky season 3 part 2. Like, I did not expect. Oh, I just thought that. Alright, I'm excited now. But I did not expect that amount of quality in a Chucky show, especially the third season. But it is still holding up. Like, season 2 dropped a bit in quality for me, but this season has brought it back up there. Saw parody Jigsaw's final game. Yeah, I have no idea what that is, so I'll do some research. Wrong one. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to watch that film now. I've got to watch that film now. Alright. The Saw TV show. Yeah, it's not happening, I'm pretty sure, unless they just go, instead of the next 2 movies, we're going to make a TV show. I highly doubt they're making a Saw TV show now. Last of Us Maze. I've never heard of that. Is that like a spin-off game, or is it going to be like the next season of the show? But like, I've never heard of that. Is it, or is it just like an actual maze based on The Last of Us? Because if so, I've got to do that. I believe at the moment it is going to be the final season, because if you guys haven't caught up with the Chucky that at the moment, spoilers, Chucky's like dying at the moment for real. Like, he's an old man now. But considering how Brad Dourif is literally human in the like little teaser they released, he's gonna come back. As William Afton says, he always comes back. Even though he stole that line from Chucky. But I'm always gonna say that. William Afton stole the line. I'm sick of FNAF fans saying that Chucky took it. He didn't. He's been around since like 1988. William Afton's been around since like, what, 2015? I don't know the difference between that. This is why I'm like in the lowest class in maths. But yeah, I'm not too sure about Chucky season 3 at the moment being the final season. Considering how Don Mancini just comes up with loads of new stuff for Chucky on the spot, this will either be the final season of the show and then we'll get a new like movie. Because personally, I would love to see a Chucky movie called like Nika Gets Her Body Back. Like, Nika is my favorite character in the Chucky show. And just the Chucky series in general. Like, screw Andy, get that little twerp out of here. It's all about Nika now for me. She's just such an interesting character. And then they mutilated her in, like, the end of season 1. But, yeah. I definitely think that they've got to make a Chucky movie where Nika goes to Hollywood, finds like Fiona Dourif, like they did with Tiffany and Jennifer Tilly, and puts her soul in Fiona Dourif or something. Yeah, William did steal the line from Chucky. FNAF was a book series before it was a game franchise. Hmm. I didn't know. I knew there were books. I didn't know that these came out before the games. I thought those were just like Scott profiting on like the game series because the man's a bloody billionaire at the moment, so you never know. But yeah, like every time I go into like my local game or HMV, I just see like a whole section dedicated to FNAF stuff now. FNAF movie 2, yep. I've got a theory video coming out, so I'm not gonna spoil any of the good stuff at the moment. This is what I'm gonna say because I don't want to get any of that done out. But I'm just about to search up what this is because I've never heard of this. Oh, it's the Universal Horror Nights thing. Okay, I understand now. It's a Universal Halloween Horror Nights thing. But yeah, The Last of Us is just one of those things where I've started watching it, but have not properly finished it. Yeah, that's what I thought as well, but apparently not. So that's another thing I have to quickly look up now. Because I always. I always thought. Sorry, I've just seen the next chat. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it together, Tack. Heisenberg. Yeah, I did always think that the books came out after the game. So when was the first book released? I can't wait to see how weirdly this was typed out because I just sort of just went while I was typing that. Alright, well, I'll get to that later. Yeah, I don't believe Dr. Gordon's going to be in the next Saw movie. I think he's going to be in the one after that because they announced 2 more Saw movies, Saw 11 and Saw 12. And yeah, like Saw 11 is going to be a prequel, and Saw 12. Why am I just forgetting all this all of a sudden? It's because I'm looking at the chat and just laughing at everything that's going on. Saw 12 is going to be a sequel to Saw 3D, which means they will bring Dr. Gordon back then. Hopefully. The thing is, I don't believe Dr. Gordon will come back. The main reason being, Cary Elwes is just like, he's very salty when it comes to Saw, because like he sued the people who made the Saw movie for not paying him enough, even though he was paid a pretty penny for the first Saw movie. So yeah, there's that. But why don't we talk about Terrifier 3 for a minute? Because I am very excited for Terrifier 3. Like that little teaser they released, which I have in my little like section here of clips to put on the stream, but I don't think I can blur it in the stream, so I'm not going to put it on in the stream, mainly because it's heavily implied that he unalives a child, is what I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that that film is going to get like an NC-17 from how they're going. I'm just not too sure. Yeah, the first Five Nights at Freddy's book came out in 2015. When did the first game come out? It came out 2014, so it came out a year afterwards. I don't know why I didn't like get that instantly, but the FNAF game came out a year before the books. So yeah, sorry Walter, you were a bit wrong there. Who is that? Oh, you mean Kenan Thompson? Yeah, they murdered Keenan Thompson in the new in the new Chucky show. Yeah. Honestly, I watched this film called like Stan Helsing earlier this year, and I have a video made on it. I just cannot be bothered to finish editing it at the moment because I'm lazy. Um, and I basically just have a backup of like 8 videos I still need to finish editing, but I'm focusing on my FNAF video at the moment. So yeah, but yeah, they just killed Keenan Thompson in the new show, and that was just so unexpected that they would just murder Keenan Thompson. The fact that like spoilers, but they stick an umbrella into his like mouth and then open it in his throat, and then he like gets half decapitated. I think it's such a cool scene. But yeah, right. I have no idea what I should talk about now. Let's see. I'm looking up like horror movie news. I'm so bad at thinking about stuff. I've gone over the topics I want. Horror movie news. Let's see. Alright, yeah, the FNAF movie is now like the biggest grossing movie of like horror movies for this year. So yeah, that's definitely like good because that means the sequel will come even faster now. Oh, I remember what I want to talk about now. Did anyone see the little teaser for Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok in the new Nosferatu movie by Robert Eggers? It's definitely a movie I want to see. Let's see. Any Friday the 13th news? Oh, I actually haven't been keeping up with anything Friday the 13th related because it's like Jason's just a bit dead at the moment, if you know what I mean. He's just changed the bottom of Crystal Lake, and Crystal Lake being legal battles. But let me have a quick look here. What was it? Alright, Friday the 13th. Crystal Lake. Have a look. Well, that show, Crystal Lake, is expected to come out next year, of course. And basically what it's going to do is it's basically just going to remake the movies, but for a TV show. And then, I was always hoping we would get the sequel. Just grab it off the wall here. To this baby here. I loved this remake of Friday the 13th. It's one of the few horror remakes which I think are very good. Like, the Halloween remake is somewhere there, but it is not in the very good part. Mainly because of the sequel and the fact that they literally have Rob Zombie's wife, what's the word I want to use here? Exotically dancing. We currently know about the series that it's a prequel reboot to part 1. Jason's mother's the main character / killer, not Jason. Yeah, they were gonna like start before like the first one. I'm just trying to think about what that would be. Like, how are they gonna do anything there? They're just gonna like redo everything. Like maybe show some clips of Jason at camp, show some counselors getting down and dirty, and maybe have like, I don't know, Pamela Voorhees being a peeping Tom. Good Burger 2. I have not watched that yet. I do not know why. Good Burger was one of those movies I watched as a child and liked a lot because I just found Keenan Thompson funny at that point. And then I grew out of that phase and moved on to more adult things like the Scream TV series, which is currently getting a book adaptation, if you guys didn't know. Because, it's just, like, I'm so excited for that. Here, I'll answer this. The original Friday the 13th movie didn't have Jason as the main character, and Jason isn't really the main character, he's just sort of the killer. You have a new main character in each of the movies, and then, um, just Pamela was the main killer in the first one, and the first few seasons are probably going to be Pamela based. They did also say that there was going to be like some Maya character that she was going to be going up against. So I don't know, like maybe they're trying to evict Pamela and Jason from their home or something, and then that leads to her moving to becoming the chef at Crystal Lake, where she is at the beginning of the first movie, and then maybe that leads to her killing spree breaking once Jason dies. And then maybe it ends the first season with her getting decapitated, and then maybe Jason like walking out doing the thing, and then just sort of like holding his mother's head by like the hair or something, and then walking off. Then maybe like season 2 picks up from there. You introduce us to a new set of characters. They all just start like doing the thing that all Friday the 13th characters doing, aka putting the sausage in the donut. And then Jason Voorhees come with the potato sack look, and then he kills them. Then it goes on to part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7. Freddy versus Jason, maybe. Yeah, it's definitely a weird one, and the fact that, as you say here, we're gonna find out who Jason's father is. Maybe that mysterious Maya character is Jason's dad. Maybe Pamela is going to kill him, or maybe he did the like horrific thing, which probably they're going to go with and say that he assaulted her, and that's how they got Jason, which could probably explain why he was a bit disfigured and all that. But yeah, there's so much like so confusing about Friday the 13th, which they could explain in this. Maybe don't explain it to the point where you have family heritage and a random dagger, and then turn Jason into a slug that Jason lives. But wait, no, wrong one. Jason goes to hell. But I've got a bit of cough coming on there. But I definitely think that they could do a lot good in the show, but then there could be so much wrong with the show. Yeah, it is an interesting idea for a Friday the 13th project, but then again, it could go so wrong. Considering how Friday the 13th goes from about up here to down there to back up there to about down there to back up there to all the way down here, and then they go to New York, then he fights Freddy Krueger, and then they get a remake. It's all quite odd. But overall, Friday the 13th is just one of those franchises which is not my favourite, but if a new project comes out with it, I will be watching it. Because Jason as a character is just quite interesting. Oh my god. I don't think that's where they're gonna go. But I don't know, maybe that's where he got his killer instinct. You know, he got it from. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. That's one of the weird theories which I love hearing, but then I know that will never happen because considering how people literally like fall in love with serial killers when they're on screen now, TikTok and Jeffrey Dahmer, I definitely feel that is not going to happen. But if they somehow say that Ted Bundy is Jason's dad, then I don't know. That's something which BuzzFeed would like steal and shove in a like blog article. Yeah, there's also this. Yeah, Friday the 13th has enough legal troubles. I don't think they need several lawsuits. I mean, the creator of Friday the 13th will probably sue them as well if they do this. Like, he'd just come out of the woodworks for another lawsuit and be like, alright, you did this, give me $10 million. There's just so many weird things that you can do in Friday the 13th, and that could probably be one of them. But honestly, one film which has just been like stuck in my mind for a while is this Crow remake. Mainly because, as I said, I watched The Crow earlier, and now it's just stuck in my mind. And I only really watched it because my dad said that Crawling by Linkin Park reminds him of reminds him of The Crow. So I decided, you know what? I'm not at school today. I got a 4-day weekend. Why don't I sit down and watch The Crow? 1 hour and 42 minutes later, I am now theorizing for the new one. Shoot me if this happens, will you? I watched Son of the Mask once. I wanted to die during the entire duration of that movie, but it will probably end up being one of the films which me and my mates end up watching for our every 2 weekly bad movie marathon. It always ends up being a bad kids movie, and that's probably going to be the next one on there. But yeah, I just do not want that happening. If that ever happens, if Jamie Kennedy is allowed to be in another movie that bad, or is like even allowed to be in a movie again and ruin something like he did with Tremors, I'm going to... What will I do? Send hate comments. I'll send like 1 billion emails to Jamie Kennedy telling him he's a bad person or something. Who's that? Oh, okay. What if Peter Myers has an affair with Pamela Voorhees creating Jason? Peter Myers has his own family and son, Michael Myers. Big twist, Michael and Jason are siblings. That would explain their shared superpowers, but it's highly doubtable. I just realised I left my ghost face mask on the floor, so now I've got to somehow hang this up. Again, one-handed. Didn't see that. Alright. Yeah, that is just... That's a wild theory. For one thing, I didn't know Michael Myers' dad was named Peter. Is he Peter Griffin? But, all seriousness, that's the word, isn't it? All seriousness, that's a wild theory which would not happen, mainly because they'd need the rights to both Halloween and Friday the 13th. And then they'd probably create a huge timeline, like MCU kind of thing. And what would that lead up to? Super Smash Bros. With, like, the guy from The Purge and Chucky, and I don't know, Nick Cage Dracula. I'm just looking at all the stuff behind me. And Art the Clown. It's been like a Super Smash Bros. Oh my god, that would be awesome. Is there a horror fighting game besides Mortal Kombat? Like, imagine Dead by Daylight. Aren't they making a Dead by Daylight movie? Why haven't I looked at this in a while? I just remember they are literally making a Dead by Daylight movie. I completely forgot about this information. I have to look this up right now. I have to talk about the Dead by Daylight movie. I may make a full-length video on it. Also, since Tack is the, like, horror movie news guy, Tack. Dead by Daylight movie. And by Daylight movie. Yeah, Blumhouse and Atomic Monster are making a Dead by Daylight adaptation. How did I forget this? Oh my god, this was literally this year this was announced. Why is nobody talking about this? This was released in March. Atomic Monster, that's James Wan making a Dead by Daylight movie with Blumhouse. Oh my god, that would be awesome! Well, not be, that would be awesome. That's going to be awesome. That would be a good setup for Michael versus Jason, only because we know Michael doesn't like having siblings, so he tracks down Jason with the goal of killing him. Yes, but then that brings in the question, who would win? Because I'm personally Team Michael, but mainly because I like the Halloween movies more than I like the Friday the 13th movie. I know Jason has this thing where he can teleport, but I'm pretty sure that just depends on who's directing the movie. Yeah, that would kind of be cool, seeing like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, with like I don't know, like a UFC like guy in like the corner on a table, just like commentating the whole thing. Like you just got a guy commentating the movie. Oh my god, Michael stabbed Jason in the face. Wait, Jason's getting up. Oh my god, he's got a chair. He's whacking Michael over the head. He took the leg off the chair. He's stabbing Michael through the heart. Oh my god, Michael suddenly grew his heart back, and he's ripping out Jason's eyeball, even though he's like disheveled or something. I'm getting way too into this for no reason. I agree. Why did they make Freddy Krueger a kiddie fiddler? That like it's only slightly implied in the original movie. Wes Craven, that movie literally destroys Wes Craven's legacy. Like, you have these Nightmare on Elm Street movies that like they're comedies and horror movies, and then just random movie where Freddy Krueger's a kiddie fiddler. Who greenlit that movie? Like, it is so bad. I remember watching it when I was like 11 with my sister and being all confused as to why like this girl's mother didn't want her knowing about like Freddy and kept denying it. But now I realize when rewatching it, it's because he was a goddamn pedo. I would be Team Michael. Does kind of depend on which Michael and Jason version on which version of Jason he's fighting. Like if it's Part 8 Jason takes the win, but if it's Halloween Kills Michael versus Part 2 Jason, Michael takes the win. Honestly, imagine like Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason, where he's like, bro's in his prime. He's got the hockey mask, he's got the machete. Like, that movie had the big budget. They had helicopters in there. And just imagine like Halloween Kills Michael, like full like maniac Michael, and he just is going on a rampage. Like that, I can like imagine if they pull some kind of like thing where they do like Freddy versus Jason 2, but this time, look, Michael Myers is here, and oh my god, we got Bruce Campbell to finally be in the movie again, and look, Ash is here. We're adapting the comics, but we're randomly shoving Michael Myers in there as well, because we need all that sweet, sweet money. It's one of my favourite things to do when talking about, like, Warner Brothers, just go, you know, they're making a new movie about Harry Potter. Why? Oh, because they want money. They aren't actually making a new movie about Harry Potter, they're making a show. And by the way, I said this weird thing to like one of my, I think it was like my math teacher the other day, where I said, if they so much as have one American playing Ron, Hermione, or Harry, I am going to send a nuke to Warner Brothers. They're getting nuked. They're getting nuked. That's all I've got to say. It's going to be on like a government watch list now. But yeah, I definitely just am very excited for anything Friday the 13th related, anything Halloween related. If they somehow do like a Michael versus Freddy movie, Michael versus Jason movie, I got mixed up there with Freddy versus Jason. I don't even know how, but I can definitely see that somehow happening if they can get the rights done. Because, like, Miramax now has the full rights to Halloween, and they can sell them to whoever they want. So, if they sell them to, like, A24 and, what's the other, Universal the ones? Yeah, Crystal Lake is going to Peacock, right? It's a Universal project. Yeah, if Crystal Lake is going to Peacock, then that means it's a Universal project. Wait, that means that they technically already owned Friday the 13th and Halloween at the same time. Why did we not get a spin-off movie where they're both fighting each other already? Like, I would have killed to watch that movie. I would have got Michael Myers' Halloween Kills on, like, anyone to watch that movie. After I lose some weight, so I'm in my prime. But yeah, I'm just very, very excited for anything. They should put you in Sort 11. Can I be a new Jigsaw accomplice? Imagine, like, me there, and then you got, like, John Kramer rising up, and then you just got, like, me walking in the door frame and just shanking Adam or something. Like, you just got this British kid walking in, shanking Adam, then walking out, game over. Yeah, I doubt that would happen, but, like, I would want to be in a trap. Like, the late, the great, the legend, Chester Bennington got his own Jigsaw trap. I think I should get one. Yeah, Friday the 13th is going on Peacock, yep. A Michael versus Ghostface film. But now you gotta think, what Ghostface would he be fighting? Would he be fighting Billy Loomis? Because in that case, Billy Loomis stands a fighting chance. Like, Billy Loomis fighting prime Michael Myers. He's just making movie references, and then Michael Myers is just there like... I almost bashed my computer there. I would love to be the opening kill in a Scream movie. That is just, like, the horror fan's dream. Like, either that or being, like, I don't know, one of the killers in a Scream movie would be so cool. Like, just being able... Hang on, I've got to do it now. Give me a sec, guys. One sec. Just gonna enjoy the oh my god, they killed Kenny shit quickly. Just gonna, hang on. I've got to get in character. Jesus Christ. Why are Ghostface masks so difficult to put on? Give me a minute, guys. And then you just have the person there going like, oh my god, it's Shay. He's the killer. I don't know why I threw that mask. That was quite dumb. At least it landed on a soft place in my bed. Wouldn't get Ghostface versus Michael be an easy win to Michael like the guys of Royal? Yep. Makes sense. that was my first idea. Michael Myers just like, hey, who is this guy? And Billy Loomis is just there like, we all got a little mad sometimes. And then Michael Myers is just like, God, screw this kid. And then just like slits his throat or something. I'm gonna go watch I'm a Celeb. I'll catch you later. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Tag. I'm probably gonna message you when I'm finally finished editing the 30-minute FNAF video. So I'll see you then. Welcome back, Zeke. We have been discussing the possibility of me getting put in a sword trap, because imagine like, sorry, Zeke, I'm imagining you in a sword trap now after like that electro chair in an arcade that we did the other day. Dead Meat Jones in Scream 5. Yeah, he was in Scream 5. That must have been like, for some reason I just sort of forget how like big that is. I'm watching Freddy vs. Jason there. Oh, such a great film. I'm gonna say the Friday the 13th style characters are they're a bit much sometimes. But like, such a great film. So you guys know Michael is apparently gay. So that's why he hates all the hot women. Like, bro didn't even like care when like that lady flashed him. Like in that first Halloween movie, like doesn't Linda like flash him? And then he's just like he's just like under the like bed sheet with the glasses on, like that doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Maybe that's why he just has like no empathy for anyone. But then why did he like brutally murder Cameron? It's because he wasn't hot. See, Cameron was ugly. That's why Michael killed him, guys. Yeah, so many great theories for all these new Halloween and Friday the 13th projects we've been doing tonight. And I'm pretty sure this is like my longest live stream I've done so far, and I have been enjoying it. So thank you all for like hanging out with me tonight and talking some horror. One film which I feel they could definitely do a sequel to. You have to shove this in here. Yeah, Renfield 2. Has anyone watched Renfield yet? This is such a great movie. Nick Cage, Nicholas Hoult, vampire movie. It's just awesome. Like, I haven't watched like a proper good vampire movie in a while. That movie just like so good. I mainly just watched it because I'm a massive Nick Cage fan. But such a great film. Such a great film. Yeah, Scream 7 is not going to happen with Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega at the moment. But I'm pretty sure that they said that they may not even be willing to pay Neve Campbell enough to even return in the movie, even though Jenna Ortega isn't going to be there to take up all the money. And, like, that would just be so bad if they don't even have the Scream Queen, Neve Campbell, there for the new Scream movie. Max Renfield could continue with main characters killing off other vampires. Oh my god, I never thought of that. Imagine, like, other vampires. They're trying to get, like, the rest. You know, like, at the end, they shove, like, Dracula to little concrete cubes and shove him down the sewer. Imagine if, like, other vampires are, like, slowly collecting him, and then, like, Nick Cage just appears out of the darkness, and he's, like, got parts of his, like, face missing, and he's, like, just got, like, a square missing there. Oh my god, that would actually be so good. That would be such a good sequel for a movie. Yeah, I have to be. It has to be a reboot. Stream, start over again. Do cast new ghost faces. Yeah, they're doing what is called a creative reboot, where basically they are rewriting the script. They are getting new cast members in. They are probably going to bring back Neve Campbell now, since they have fired Melissa Barrera. But and Jenna Ortega's not going to return, and there's no point in just having Chad and Mindy there. So I'm crossing my fingers right now that they bring Dewey back. I know that he was killed in Scream 5, but you know, bro was just he was just in a coma, guys. He's out of the coma now, and he's all good. I know he was loaded into a coroner's van. Ignore that. We're just gonna take every digital copy of Scream 5 that there was and change that little coroner's van into a medical van. Yeah, I am so excited for what they do. But speaking of reboots, I still want a sequel to the Scream TV series, the first 2 seasons. We are currently getting a book releasing, where basically it's going to be about the sequel like what happens after the first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series, because I really love those first 2 seasons. It's called like Return to Woodsboro. It's being written by a fellow YouTuber who was able to secure the rights for it. So yeah. Renfield 2, there could be an army of vampires like the gang that was in the first. Oh my god, that would be so cool. Like, just imagine, like, all the vampires and then, like, Nick Cage in front of them doing the weird noises that Nick Cage does. Like, I'm pretty sure it was called, like, Sympathy for the Devil. He is so weird in that movie. Like, he is so odd. And I can honestly say I think Nick Cage is just the perfect Dracula. You know, oh my god, I just had a good idea. If they, in the new, like, DC universe, imagine Nick Cage as the Joker. That would be the perfect casting, because he's a literal psychopath anyway. So if Nick Cage plays a Joker in the new Batman movie, that would be awesome. Jill Tuck in Saw 11. Like, that could work. I know she was killed in Saw 7, Saw 3D, Saw the Final Chapter, whatever the hell you want to call it. But, considering how it's going to be another prequel, you can have her back and maybe, like, on the train trap that they teased in her dream there. That's just so many cool things you could do with Saw 11, the Saw franchise. And I am patiently waiting for the next one after seeing how amazing Saw X was. Oh. Sydney, Gale, and Dewey in Scream the Beginning start all over. This time the twist is it's one of them, but you don't know who. Oh, imagine, like, that would be... I'm not sure if I actually want that. I don't want Sydney, Gale, or Dewey being the killer. That just wouldn't be really good. And I love them too much as the leads, like the good guy. I just can't, like, Dewey is too much of a goofy guy to be the killer. Gale and Sydney, though, they got that killer instinct. Oh, yeah. Willem Dafoe as the Joker. He would be the perfect casting as the Joker. Saw 12. Yeah, Saw 12 is going to be a sequel to Saw 3D. So it's going to have, like, Hoffman. You're going to have, like, Lawrence Gordon. You know, you can have so many other people in there. You can have Brad and that other guy from... wasn't it the Love Triangle trap from the opening of Saw 3D? But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here, guys. Thank you for joining me in this stream tonight. I had a lot of fun. And I'm going to do my next stream on Friday. A new video is coming out tomorrow with my review for The Crow, so stay out for that. Until next time, though, goodbye.